The danger signs we ignore. Yes, this is episode 56 of The Danger Signs We Ignore, also known as Another Worst Mistake in Marriage. I tell you, it's getting hotter and it's getting intense. We are seeing here Angel and Benita discussing in the kitchen. Do you want to know what they just spoke about? Go ahead and give a like to this video and also do well to subscribe to the channel because we're always here to give you good stuff. Okay, look at it. Angel is talking with Benita and Benita is asking her, what are your plans for George? And she was like, what? Plans for George? No, she can't think about George right now. She's got a whole lot on her sleeve and on her plate. She's not going to begin to think about George. She wants to get her act together, get herself together because she needs to heal. She needs to come out of this hole. She doesn't want to get into any relationship with any man. She's not ready to be tied to any man's apron string. What do you think they need to do? But she was like, what? George has been there. He's been waiting. He's stood beside you. He's been there fighting your battles up and down. Are you saying you don't have time for him right now? She said, yes, I don't have time for him. And I better let you know that we need to start thinking as adults. Don't start thinking like a child the way that Mr. George is thinking about. She called George a child. She called George a child and she said, look, you gotta think straight. We need to think very, very carefully and take the strides carefully. She said, well, as much as I understand what you're saying, but you've got to realize that George has only a bandwidth of patience that he can actually adhere to. What do you think is going to happen to you? Do you think he's going to wait for you forever? She said, look, she doesn't really care. She doesn't want to give herself as a half-baked individual to him. She's not ready to go into a relationship when she herself is battered and bruised. No, she wants to be a human person, a whole person, a person that is free from her baggage. That has she forgotten that she's carrying Kizito's child? She just lost him, or she just killed him. And she has to mourn him. She still has to get over that side of her life. She doesn't want to move into any relationship with all that baggage. And she was like, oh, Angel, you're not thinking right. This guy has done his best. Who would be thinking that you wouldn't jump into his arms right now? She said, well, he's going to be fine. She knows he's going to be fine. She said, are you sure? George has been waiting. Don't do this to him. She now said, well, if that's what you want to do, no problems. She went about her duty and Madame Benita is wondering what's going to become of George. We will find out shortly. Now we see Amma coming down the staircase looking beautiful as ever. She's always looking beautiful and fine. And we see Kelly is waiting to have a discussion with her. She comes down to Kelly. Maybe she's also falling for Kelly. We don't know. We'll find out shortly. And then she sits down and like, wow, I was told you want to see me. What's the issue? What's the problem? What's the case? She now said, look, are you saying I can't come here if there's nothing to discuss? Or maybe I can't just come and say hello to you? She said, it's not about that. But it just seems like anytime we come, there's always a problem. They're always sucking out problems. It was like, oh, really? So, no, but that's how it is. Okay, so go straight to the point. I'm here. I'm all ears. What's up? I said, look, I'm just here to let you know that. Well, I'd like for you to take you. I would like to take you out for dinner or for lunch or for whatever. Are you available? She now said, well, dinner or lunch? Are you talking about both of us or maybe with a group of people? He said, just you, just both of them. I said, okay, that's interesting. Is there an occasion or something? She said, well, it's not about an occasion. I'm the one inviting you. Are you saying I can't invite you to lunch? She said, well, that's not the point. That's not the case. But well, what's going to be the scenario? What's going to be the celebration about? He said, nothing really, just for me to just give you a treat. He said, well, that's not bad. She's not been out all this while and she wouldn't mind being given a treat. And the guy said, yes, you got it. So let's talk about it. She now said, okay, when will you be available to go? And she was like, well, no problems. She would consider like maybe 1 o'clock, 1 p.m. should just be fine. He said, okay, that's perfect. 1 will just be awesome. I'll come pick you then. He now said he will be on his way. And she said, no. Are you telling me that's the only reason why you came? You just came to deliver this message and you're off? He said, well, well, he didn't want to share this on phone. He wanted to make it a personal invitation. That's why he came. And she was like, okay, if that's the reason why you're here, no problems. I mean, since you're here, let me get you a drink and let's continue our chat. And he was like, okay, that will be perfect. She got up and he was like, wow. He's like, this lady is also falling for me. We'll find out later. Look at Madame Flora. We're currently back at her house. She's hearing a big bang on her door and she opens it, and who does she see? She sees Kizito's mom, who came raging at her, asking her why she's playing that kind of evil and rubbish game with her. She gave her 30 million to ruin Angel's life, and right now she's playing games with her. What's all that show of standing, just solidarity talks with Angel? What is she talking about? What game is she playing with her? She gave her money. She gave her money to do that and was like, she's here doing nonsense. She now said, well, as far as she's concerned, she decided to change her mind. I mean, she looked at it. Angel hasn't done anything wrong with her. So why would she go ahead and ruin her? No, I mean, there are thousands of people who need food and shelter, and you have money to share. She said, look, that's her money. That's her money. And I said, look, if you think you couldn't do the work, why didn't you return the money? Why didn't you return and refund the money? She now said, look, let me tell you, I thought about it. I looked at it and I said, okay, the best thing to do with this money is to distribute it to those who are less privileged, people who have hunger issues, who are homeless, people who don't have food to eat, people who don't have clothes to wear, and you have the money to destroy somebody. I've taken that money and shared it. And she was like, what? It's her money. So why didn't you return the money? Why didn't you return the money? She said, no, any money that has come into her account can never be returned. Oh my God, this is interesting. She has told her to her face that the money is not going to get back to her. She now laughed that, look, Flora, you think you can sway me? You think you can play smart and outsmart me? That's not going to happen. Nobody can take her money. She's going to get that money back from her. She's going to cough it out. She's going to cough it out. She now said, oh, you want to get your money? The only way to get your money is to go to court. And then we can now discuss the reason why you told me to go, destroy Angel. Maybe we can discuss that in court, and then we'll discuss the terms of getting your money back. She now said, oh, Flora, you're trying to show that you're smart, right? You're trying to show that you can outsmart me? You think you can run away with my money? She now said, look, you have that money to destroy people. I have taken that money and have shared it to the people that need it the most. So let me see you come close to come get the money. She now said, look, you've taken my money and shared it to beggars, right? You will also be that beggar asking for money very soon. She now said, look, you think you can run away with my money? Never. I'm going to get that money out of you. She now turned and left. And of course, Flora is like, well, she made her choice and she's happy that it's now good riddance to bad nonsense. My people, what do you think about what Flora said and did and acted? I don't think this is right. I'm not going to support this. I'm not going to stand for using evil to conquer evil. No, if you want to get justice, you go about it the right way. You can't tell me that you spent the entire money on sharing it out to the poor and needy. No, you got some for yourself, right? So that money was gotten in the wrong way. So you should have done the job, or if you were not able to do the job, decline the offer. Simple. Stand on your right. Why are you not trying to use this as a means to get back at Uchechi? No, I don't support this. Maybe you should just have said this is your own way of getting the compensation for getting your son killed. That's just what I would say you try to do. But this is not the right way to do something. I will not stand by this. Now we see Benita in the car with George. George and Benita, what's going on here? Now, Benita is here to ask him what is his plan for life? What is his next plan of action? That can he not see that Angel doesn't have his time? Can he not see that Angel is not ready to look at his side? And that's the fact. She sees that Angel has decided to look away. So she's trying to capitalize on this. You know, in the last episode, she found out that Kelly's in love with Amma. And so she was totally discouraged and disappointed in the fact that Kelly did not come after her. So maybe she's trying to find her way into George's life. Do you think George is going to get played by this? No, he's already surprised. He can't believe that Angel will say he's gonna wait for him, that he's gonna wait for her. But he's surprised. He said, oh, Angel looks like she's biting more than she can chew. And why is it like it's like this? Everybody would have thought that when Kizito dies, she's just gonna jump right into his hands. But no, she's decided not to look at him, not to even give him a second look. So he says that, look, at this point, he has done a lot. He has sacrificed a lot, and he loves Angel so much. He's not going to get her. He's not going to allow her go. She now said, look, love is just an emotion. You'll find somebody else who's going to value you for you, who's going to give you time, who's going to follow you for who you are. She's talking about herself. She wants to come into his life, but no. He said no. He's not going to allow Angel run away or go away. He's going to stick by Angel. She said, well, I've told you what I've come to tell you. Whatever you do with this information is your business. Now we see Amma. Amma is enjoying the time of her life, enjoying every moment of this lunch. She's now saying, thank you so much, Kelly, for getting me out of my rut and bringing me here to enjoy life. He now said he's so happy that she's happy that, well, this could be their life. What if they do this more often? She's now like wondering, what is he saying? Where is he going? He now said, look, if you're his woman, he's gonna take her out every single day. He's gonna give her a treat of her life. And she was like, no, this can't be true. Are you trying to spin me? Are you trying to tell me you love me? What is going on here? He said, look, you can be my woman. I know you. I love you. From the first day I saw you, I was like, this is my woman, and I'm not gonna stop at anything to get you. She was like, no, this is not true. This is not true. She was like, are you sure? Are you sure about what you're saying? Are you trying to spin me or what? No, this cannot be true. This is a lie. This is a prank. Come off it, Kelly. Where are the cameras? Where are the people? She looked around and said, no, but it looks like as if he's serious. He said, look, I'm serious. I'm dead serious. Look at that serious face. Look at that serious face. But she was like, no, this cannot be true. Kelly, I'm more than 3 years older than you. How's this gonna work? This can't work. I mean, I'm more than flattered that you come in to tell me you admire me as a woman, but this is not gonna work. Any woman that you get will find you as a blessing, but this can't work. This is not gonna work, my dear. This won't work. You are Angel's manager and best friend. It's not gonna work. And he looked down and was wondering and said, well, I'm sorry, I can't do this. And she left. Look at how he's following her with his eyes. He's so disappointed that Amma would say no to his request. He can't believe this. He's so feeling bad right now. He just had to take his drink and just leave the place. Now we see Angel's mother hearing the big bang knock on the door and wondering who's that telling the person to come in. Who's that? She cannot even imagine who it could be. It was actually Kizito's mother. Kizito's mother came into the room again. And she's like, oh, she's back here with her trouble, right? She now looked at her and she said, what do you want? Why are you here? She now said, look, I'm here in peace. I'm here in peace. She now said, no, you don't understand what peace is. You never understand what peace is. So what is your mission here? Can you get to it? She now said, well, I'm here to reason as a mother to another mother. Wow. She now said, okay, if that's it, get to it quick because I'm running out of patience. She now said, look, I've got a question to ask you and I want you to be very, very sincere. Let me know from you the truth. She now said, but you're the one that's always lying. I'm the one that's telling the truth, and that's the point. She's always telling the lie. She's the chameleon. She's the lying one. But you see, Angel's mother cannot be swayed. Do you think that Kizito's mom is here with another deal? What do you think is going to happen in episode 57? She's trying it out with Flora, and Flora swayed her. Flora, oh my God, mesmerized her. She couldn't believe that Flora would do what she did, but now she's back with Angel's mother. Do you think money is going to change Angel's mother's stand? I don't think so. That's not going to happen.